We are very excited to have our next guest join us here in San Francisco. It is Hey Violet.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been quite some time. And for Rina and Nia, I want to start off with a little perspective here. I don't know when it was, but it was eons ago. And hair color was different.
Oh, it always is.
You were shorter. How many incarnations of hair color have you gone through since we've last seen each other?
I think I've gone through less than Rina has. I feel like I've only had, after red, I had red for a while, so red, black, blonde. That's it, 3.
Wow.
Rina's gone crazy.
I've been like 5, 6, maybe 7.
You started with red as well, I believe.
No,
right?
I had multicolored hair, and then I went to black hair, and then I could go through it all, and then, but I ended up here somehow.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is the new aqua.
Yeah, I had pink for a while, and then I went back to black and back to blue. My hairdresser hates me, so.
What do you mean? I'm sure she loves you. Oh, back again.
Yeah.
What mood is it today?
San Francisco. I think last time we were here, Nia got attacked by a bird or something.
You guys have obviously entered this new era right now, and literally days after the new single, Close My Eyes.
Yeah.
And I feel very fortunate to talk to you guys about that.
It's really exciting.
This song, of course, and Better By Myself, and then I understand there's a handful of songs, so let's talk about Close My Eyes.
Yeah, so basically what the song is about is it's kind of about, you are with someone and I've broken up with, they broke up with me, and it's kind of about living in that fantasy land of still wanting to be with the person and fantasizing about like still being together, but they've already moved on, and it's kind of this song about being in denial in kind of a way. And I did have someone specific in mind. I won't mention them, but it happened a long time ago, but I think that that's where the song needed to come from, is reminiscing about something that happened such a long time ago, because I sat down in the studio with our friend Sean Kennedy, and he and I initially like wrote the brunt of the song, and he was like, what's going on? And I'm like, I cannot stop thinking about this person, and like I've moved on and it's all good, like, water under the bridge, and we're cool now, but like I just, for some reason, I was like ruminating on it, and I was like, I need to just like get this out into a song. So yeah.
Nia, how do you handle this?
How do I handle
her dealings with feelings, and does she confide in you, and does she cry on your shoulder, and
I feel like we have very different ways of communicating with one another. Like, I honestly, like, when we want to talk, I'll kind of just straight out ask a question. It's never like beating around the bush.
I'm all beating around the bush.
You are? No, I'm just like, I feel like that's the way we communicate as opposed to the way I communicate with other people. But I feel like, when Rina really needs me or something, like, I'm always there for you as best as I can be. But I always tell her, like, just get someone who's good for you, like, but you also don't really need anyone.
I mean, she's also quite secretive.
She's so secretive.
Yeah, she holds on to secrets. It's hard to get anything
As if
out
you
of
don't.
her.
As if you don't. You're so secretive.
What can I say?
I'm the only open book in this band.
Wow.
Yeah.
Casey, please share.
Well, if I shared them, they wouldn't be secrets.
How much can you relate to some of the feelings that she's expressed in some of these songs?
I mean, I think we all relate to the lyrics in our own ways, but seeing
it's like looking from an outside perspective. It's like we're watching her develop this story, basically.
Right. So then to see the finished product and then be like, I lived through that.
And I think what was good about Better By Myself coming out and then being followed by Close My Eyes is because it's kind of telling a story where it's like, the breakup happens, which is Better By Myself, and they ended up being, they're two completely different scenarios, but it's a nice little like curvature into each other, where Better By Myself is very much, I'm good being alone, it's all good, and it's this really celebratory thing, and then Close My Eyes is this kind of pensive, reflection on the relationship,
I feel like what we're doing, like with these songs as well, is kind of like going through stages of grief with a breakup. Like, I feel like, because as soon as a breakup happens, you're like, you know what, screw them, like, I'm fine. And then you go back and you're like looking at text and you're like, I don't feel so well. Like, and then you come back, like, it's going back and forth. Like, there's never any proper stage, like, this happens, this happens, this happened. You always go back and forth like 100 times.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you delete text and you get rid of everything.
No, I
And
keep
she's the one-
everything.
You hold on to everything.
I hold on to everything.
She has
In fact, yeah.
What? Go.
No,
No,
I was
you-
like going through text the other day, and I was like, man, I'm really sad. And then I was like, no, I'm good. I'm living my best life. I'm
You
happy.
are.
Yeah. What were you saying, Paulina?
No, I was gonna out you on something. I'm not going
What was you
to.
gonna out me on?
You keep like a breakup box.
Oh, yes, I do. I have 3 breakup boxes. Basically, they're in the top of my closet because there's something, like, all of my relationships have been with artists, like, of some sort, either musicians or like painters or blah blah blah, all over the board. And I don't believe in just throwing that stuff away. I think one day I'm going to be able to look back at it. Even now, I can look at it and be like, wow, like, I can appreciate it. That's not outing me. I'm very open about my breakup boxes, even with the people who broke up with me or I've broken up with. But yeah, it's really, really nice. Like, as soon as, like, I go through a breakup, I just put everything in a box, shove it into the back of my closet, and then every once in a while I'll go through it.
See, what's funny is I don't do that. I'm a thrower awayer for the most
Thrower
part.
awayer,
Yeah. I'm like,
Get rid of it.
get rid of
Yeah.
it.
You get rid of
I
that
don't need, you know, like
Yeah.
not immediately, but like once I start seeing someone else, I'm like, this can all go in the fire.
Wow. It's not even wiping the hard drive. You're throwing that hard drive
Literally
into a fire
turn and
pit
burn. Forget it.
and
She's a
watching
If
it.
it's not up in flames, is it any fun?
Yeah. So I understand there's a few more songs that are going to be released,
Yeah.
kind of trickling out, as part of an EP, or just going to be standalone pieces.
You know, we're not actually sure yet. We're kind of just we're throwing these songs out there, and we're just, you know, hoping that the fans love it as much as we do. And we're actually playing both new songs tonight. So
We
the unreleased ones. So so 2 of those will be in the set, as are many others, but but these 2 in particular that we're going to be releasing, we're not sure if it'll be part of an EP. We're just, you know,
Playing
kind
it
of
by
dipping
ear.
our toes back into the water.
Okay. So just a little dip. Well, I'm ready for the show tonight.
Thank you. It's going
Good
to
to
be
see you
really
guys.
exciting.
Yeah,
Good to see
good
you
to see
too.
Awesome. Appreciate your time.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
It's Hey Violet, and you're watching B-Sides On Air.